Yo, yo, yo.
Yo. Dude.
I don't even know how to use this anymore. No,
I know, dude. It's been like a month. Over a month.
What episode is this? 34?
34.
34? Nice.
Bloody Rootz Podkast, episode 34, guys.
Yes, sir.
We
We're
are
just
back.
listening to some System of a Down to get us warmed up, you know?
Hell yeah, dude.
What's your favorite System of a Down song, dude?
They're all good, dude. But
I need a top 3 at least.
I think one of my favorites that I'll replay it a lot is Highway Song.
Okay.
Cause so that album from Steal This Album, it has like all the songs kind of flow together.
Oh,
Almost
yeah.
like they're telling a story. And Highway Song going into like Pictures, or Mr. Jack going into Highway Song, something like that. Those are badass songs.
Mr. Jack, damn, that's a good one.
But Highway Song, for some reason, dude, the emotion in that song, like when trying to think of the part, like when it hits like the chorus of the song, dude.
Can you sing? I'm trying to remember which one that one is. I know it, but I just need to know. It's because they all sound almost.
Feel the love you love to love.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I guess I'll always be at home. Dude.
Yeah, damn, that is a good ass
dude.
song. Fuck. All of them, though, man. Suggestions is a badass song, too. I always thought, every time I listen to Suggestions, I always thought about, he ended up clarifying it for me. I know that he's in the, what do you call it, the light post, right?
Yeah.
He literally says it.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I did think about the ocean, regardless of me actually listening to the song. It just like, I didn't listen to the lyrics. I just kind of listened to it, what emotion it like brought to me and shit. And I always felt that it was talking about them being on a boat, and like, you know how they have the post on the boat, and like they were like looking, like I always thought about Titanic for some reason. Like they're looking
They're on
into,
a ship on the
yeah,
thing,
but another thing about they're probably talking about like a warship, or what the fuck are they talking about, dude?
most likely because they talk a lot about war and politics. I feel like it could be.
Dude, what are they talking about? Like what's that date? I'm kind of ashamed I don't know it, but that date in December, I think, that they do. What's it called? They celebrate like
The Armenian genocide?
No, dude. This is like American thing. The day that everyone talks about, like the deadliest day in the German war, in World War II.
D-Day?
D-Day. There you go. That's
Yeah.
in December, ain't it?
I'm not sure.
But like that's what Saving Private Ryan is based off, I think.
When they
they-
stormed the
What's it called?
the Normandy.
Normandy. There
Yeah.
you go. And that's what I think about too. Like,
Oh, when you hear that song?
yeah, like they're on the boat, like looking, and then they see like everyone gathering around, and dude, imagine the fear that it's cool because I get it. I'm probably not even close to what they're trying to say.
But that's
Well,
your interpretation. That's
yeah,
the beauty of it.
I
dude.
know.
Like,
I think we watched a documentary at your house one time, System of a Down documentary, and they were saying like, what do your songs mean? Like, what are they talking about? And he's like, we just wanted to convey a picture and the listener's mind, whatever the fuck it is, they're gonna resonate with that, and that's the emotion, the image they're gonna get in their head every time they listen to it. Now that's a good ass song, dude, because if you listen to a song and you actually take the time to convey an image in your brain based off what you're listening to, that means you're 100% dead nuts focused
yeah.
into the music, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like a beautiful composition. So you listen to it, everything just seems to flow, and the next thing you know, your brain is making an image of it, like a
Dude.
fucking mini movie. That's System of a Down to me, honestly.
And that's amazing because like you think about the lyrics too of that song, it makes you, like you said, you're listening and you hear the lyrics too, and you're like, damn, dude, like this guy wrote some shit, dude.
Yeah, like you're imagining a movie, dude. Like, this guy might as well be a director or some shit, dude. No, dude, yeah, it's fucking great.
That's why like there's times where like Emilio, like my brother, he he gets pissed because I'll be listening to songs like by Elton John and stuff, but it's like first obviously the song gets me, right? It captures me, and then I hear the lyrics, and then that's like, whoa, holy shit! Like
Is he the one that did Piano Man or no?
no, so that's Billy Joel. He's from New Jersey. No, Elton John's the one with the glasses, gay dude.
Yeah, he looks like a short-haired, chubby version of Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, pretty much.
So-
yeah, he's from over there, from London. Or,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Damn, dude, they all had that swag, right? Them
Oh,
little
dude.
little tiny ass, like Ratatouille ass fucking glasses on. Yeah, I know.
Ratatouille, the circle.
Yeah, or was it like Stuart Little, or I don't know which
I
fucking
don't
little
know,
rat
dude.
it was.
But that guy, like, there's like that song, "Someone Saved My Life Tonight." Like, when I sing the lyrics, I'm like, fuck, man. Like, I wish I could write something this fucking good, dude. Like, he'll be like, and it makes you try to think of like what the.
I thought you said he didn't write his music though.
So he didn't. He did this writing of the piano and all that, but he had his best friend who writes the lyrics. That's a badass motherfucker, whoever that guy is.
I think if you write lyrics from the fucking heart, it's gonna hit. For example,
Oh, dude, yeah.
I honestly I wish I knew. Well, you could fact check me, check it up.
What?
I know for a fact Jose Alfredo Jimenez would write
His own?
his music. I'm sure he covered some music that was written by someone else, but for the most part, like some of his best hits, I know he wrote them. And dude, the emotion he poured onto his music, you could just feel it, and that's why it hits hard. Now Chente, I'm trying to think if Chente wrote his music or not. Or was he just a singer? Which amazing singer, honestly. But
Yeah, he has the chops, yeah. So I
But-
think he might have ran with it. I think he had writers.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't think he wrote every single one of his songs.
but as long as it's a well-written song and it's a good singer, like, but I guess
like
they have
you
to
said-
feel it, right?
But like you said, it has to be, you have to feel that emotion from it. Like,
Yeah.
there's got to be, which is why I don't understand how people can like pop music, dude. Like when you're when you're such a fan of
Because
music.
they're probably like happy as fuck, dude.
and
They're
artists,
like,
I guess, like some people don't see music as like, I don't know.
so you're not a fan of pop?
No, I like some pop music.
What
Don't get me
would
wrong.
be like pop, like Katy Perry or something? Or?
Yeah, Taylor Swift. Like, it could be like a generic ass sounding song, and people are going fucking crazy about it, dude.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
think it just depends on what they're feeling when
Yeah.
they listen to it.
It's so everybody has their
All right, this is gonna be the gayest shit I've ever said.
the most Elton John thing you've ever said.
Yeah, dude. But I used to low key like the song "Fireworks" by Katy Perry. Why? Pop as hell, girly as fuck.
Wait, is that the one?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's
Eye
Roar.
of the Tiger.
That's Roar or some shit.
Oh, I said Eye of the Tiger. Oh, it's because she says that.
You're like the eye of the tiger.
No, dude. No,
Fireworks.
Fireworks the one that I'm not gonna sing it honestly, but but yeah, dude, she's basically referencing Fireworks. I don't. It's just
Fuck,
like,
man, I'm trying to think of how the song goes. I know what song you're talking
oh, dude,
about.
listen to it in your car on your way back. Yeah, dude. But no, dude, something about it is just like soothing, I guess. But that's not the most poppy song ever either. Like California, the song she did with Snoop Dogg.
Oh, yeah.
I could not listen to that shit, dude.
Yeah, just certain songs.
Or like all the single ladies. Oh my
dude,
god,
that's a brutal song.
oh my god, oh my aunts used to like that shit. I was like, no. I was like, you're married, stop.
Oh, todas las solteras.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Oh, I hated that song. And then you know what's worse, dude? That song hit home like the tias liked it, the moms, the grandmas, the fucking little girls. Oh my god, it just killed me when the little girls were.
We're singing it.
They're like, oh, like they'll give the mom the tablet, like, you know, like, oh, song, and then they put all the single ladies. They don't even know how to speak English yet and shit. And they're already putting that. I'm like, fuck.
What about like a
Killed
song
me.
like Happy? Because I'm happy.
I hated that song too.
It was overplayed. It got played like fucking crazy. Who knows how much money Pharrell made from just that song?
That was for real.
yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Hey, he made a bank on that song. He's made a lot of good music. He had that one song where he got sued for Blurred Lines.
Oh, he got sued for it.
Yeah, because
That was a cool song.
Marvin Gaye, dude. You got to hear the song that Marvin Gaye has. It's not Get On Up. What the hell is it called? I forgot what it's called, but there's a Marvin Gaye song because that guy's from like the earlier
Like the
70s,
80s or-
80s, yeah. And yeah, it's literally identical.
For real.
The certain shit that he uses.
I
in
gotta
the
say
song.
though, Blurred Lines was a good song.
Oh, it's a jam, dude.
Good ass song, man. It's crazy. Just talking about that makes me go back in time to like, what was it, like the late 2000s 2006, 2007, 2008.
Birdline's a little further up, I think.
Oh, really?
I wanna
Like
say
2012?
after 2012, yeah.
Like, we're like, hell yeah, we made it. We didn't die.
Yeah.
Did you ever believe any of that shit or no?
Oh, like that we were gonna die in 2012. I
I was
waiting.
pretty convinced. I was like, damn, it's the Mayans, bro. They don't fuck around. They know what's up. They know where the fuck the solar. I don't even know what I'm
You know
saying.
what had me more freaked out? It was more the trailer to the movie that they made about that. That made me be like, oh shit.
That movie was so
It was garbage,
disappointing.
dude.
Yeah, dude. Like, you had a movie like The Day After Tomorrow that I watch to this day and I get the chills. Like,
Yeah.
holy fuck. Like, this could possibly happen, right?
Yep.
Now, I'm not a scientist, right? But I'm saying, like, okay, any form of apocalypse, it's scary as fuck. Like, you see the division. I think they did it a very PG-13 fashion. Because I think it'd be a lot more darker than that movie. I think it'd be a lot more like, all right, check this out. If you mix...
Things are already at more than PG-13.
Well, it's like,
Yeah.
it was cool because I was watching Joe Rogan the other day and he was talking about how, like, we're technically already in an apocalypse. If you think about it, we kind of are. Like, society's in the decline already. So it's like already we're devolving, I think. And, you know, it's kind of not fair to say that because obviously some people are really, like, evolving. Like, you know, people that are extremely educated and they're, you know, inventing more cool things for society or whatever. But
that's how it goes. Well, some are fucking up, some are...
yeah, but you got like a small percentage like still evolving, which is like the wealthy. And then you got like the middle class and the poor class that are just devolving, which is kind of scary, right? Like, why do you guys want us to devolve so much? For example, like kids in school now, I think the grade system, it's a lot less strict. So you could really fuck up a lot in school and still pass to second, third, fourth, fifth, you know, all that shit, you know? So, you know, back then you had to fucking work hard. You didn't want to be the one that flunked and be that tall ass kid with them little ass Oompa Loompas.
I knew a few of those, dude.
Yeah,
That
dude.
They were in high school for
That's
a long time. Yeah.
embarrassing, dude. I never did my homework or none of that shit, but
You still passed.
yeah, I always thought, I was like, fuck that. I ain't gonna be no demo, dude. Fuck that, dude. Fuck that shit. But moral stories that, yeah, I think we're slowly devolving, dude. So yeah, we kind of are in an apocalypse. But what I was getting at was that Day After Tomorrow, if that shit had a baby with The Walking Dead, that's what I think our apocalypse would be like. Not necessarily zombie apocalypse, but The Walking Dead, it talks about, you know, the living are more brutal than the dead.
Yeah.
The living are more divisive. They're more emotion driven, right? Zombies, dude, they're hungry. They want to eat. They don't give a shit. They're not mad.
There's
happy,
no
whatever.
emotion.
There's no emotion. But when someone is so hateful, like, you know, the living in a post-apocalyptic time, it's scary as fuck, dude.
Well, look at a movie like Book of Eli, dude. That's a good example of apocalyptic type shit. Like,
Yeah,
where
that's a good one too.
but it had to do with the Bible. I think people were like, the Bible was like gold. Like, it was like the most prized thing to have in the apocalypse. And that was the whole thing of that movie there about the Bible.
Why? Because it could have been like to save times through the Bible.
I guess. But the whole story there was that the guy that had it, the whole time he was blind.
Wow.
Yeah, no, the movie, it's kind of
It's kind of corny or what?
I guess, but it's Denzel, so it's still, it was
Yeah,
enjoyable.
dude. So
yeah.
it would have been like Nicolas Cage, like, fuck this
It would have
movie.
sucked
Yeah.
major ass, dude.
Yeah, but it's Denzel. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
nah, dude. It was cool.
Yeah, dude, Denzel, man, he makes miracles, man.
But
that
it
dude's badass.
It puts the apocalyptic shit into perspective. Like, that's how it'll be. Like, everything's rationed. Like, the rich, some of the rich they're gonna have a lot of the shit like that you want.
Oh, they're gonna
need.
have it in massive quantities.
Yeah, and they're not gonna share it.
Yeah.
They're gonna have it to themselves. So, dude, no, it would get scary.
Do you think that we're anywhere near that shit or no?
I think that we are declining. I think we are declining, but I feel like it's hard to know when that day is gonna happen.
I think if we go into another world war,
That will.
everyone's going to shambles. even if they don't do like a nuclear war, but weapons are so sophisticated now.
That's the only way where it would make it. It would be a sudden change.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I feel like a World War Three.
Yeah.
Like even if it's not nuclear, it would be so. It would bring so much death in every corner of the world that I think it would just ruin the whole world completely. Like I don't think the world could take something like that anymore. Nah, dude. And then aside from that, dude, like I feel like this society, and I'm not saying I'm probably not meant for that either. I don't know. I mean, I would do my best, but I feel like this society doesn't create warriors. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least in America, I don't know. Dude, like Chinese, dude, those motherfuckers are crazy, bro. They throw down.
I think some countries are just way more militarized. No.
Well, I feel like the United States is like they're pushing to be. Oh yeah, we're like in a utopia, right? And this and that. And in reality, the reality is outside of these. Well, you know what? The United States is pretty fucked up too, right? But I think that like society, the mainstream society, they try to make it seem like we are above here already. Like we're already there. We're at hand, with utopia. So that's why I feel like people aren't really fighting anymore to have a better society because they already think that we're already at that brink, which I feel is the total opposite. But I feel like that's what's happening. So people aren't fighting, like on a social scale, and I think that's just making people weaker because they're not trying to hold principles and teach their kids manners and teach them to be brave, to be hardworking, because they think that it's not necessary anymore. I think now you go to like other countries. Now I haven't been there, right? But based off what I see, they're still like United States in the 1970s and shit. Like you gotta work hard, you gotta work hard. You gotta be brave. You gotta do this for your country. They're like very patriotic, and I don't think Americans are that patriotic anymore.
Because I feel like
if anything, Americans hate America. It's kind of crazy to even think this, but yeah.
America, I think that's the difference with America is that everything's about making a quick buck or making as much money as you can with little effort, maybe. I don't know. Nowadays.
So it's all about the money.
Yeah.
But it's always been about the money in America, though.
Always.
But that's all right. But like I said, I think it has more to do with and I'm not trying to say like, oh, I'm Christian, almighty Christian, whatever. No, I'm not even religious like that. But
yeah.
I do think that Christianity did put America in it gave them standards. It gave American standards, I think. Now, it could be any religion really, but I'm sure Buddhists are very disciplined. I don't want to say this wrong, but the religion of Islam, that's what you would call it, right? Islam. Yeah, it is Islam.
Islamic, yeah.
And I think Muslims
It's different.
No, Muslims are part of Islam, I think.
Oh, okay.
That's just like what you call an individual. Like he's Muslim.
Oh, but he's part
of
Islam.
Part of
Islam. Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like they're very like strict too. So they try to hold principles and manners and But I feel like so many people in America now, well, all over the world really, but mainly in America, like they're not even. They don't have any religion to guide them or anything, and that's fine. But you do need to have some sort of guidance.
You have to have some sort of values, yeah.
A backbone, dude. I don't think you can really handle the pain or the pain that life brings to you if you have no guidance, dude. If you don't have a backbone, if you don't have faith or religion, because dude, you could tell your parents like, oh, I'm upset. They just killed my friend. They killed this person, whatever this may be having in your life. I don't think you could tell any individual in the world and them bring you the peace that a superior being could bring to you. Now, I'm not saying that I'm religious, but I'm saying this in the sense that maybe when you really believe in something like that, in a higher power, maybe it's your mind working at 1,000 RPM. Maybe it's your mind creating that alternative, right? Like to save your, to
keep you grounded. Because, dude, you could lose your mind so easy.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Like,
That will give you a peace of mind, if you believe in a higher being. Because if you don't believe in a higher being, dude, you're limited. You know that a lot of things are out of your hands. That's why you say it's in God's hands.
so I think that's where anxiety comes in, dude.
Well, yeah, because you're probably trying to do everything on your own, and it's like, dude, okay, we were talking earlier about coffee.
Mhm.
That coffee causes you cancer. Now I know this is very like, not the best example,
Yeah.
but just for example, this is the way I've been thinking lately. You know, from when my wife was pregnant to like everything, I started thinking, like, okay, if God wants it this way, that's what's gonna happen. If God gives me a healthy baby, then He's gonna give me a healthy baby. If He doesn't, then He doesn't. It's what He wants. And I just think about everything like that. If shit's going to shit in my job, I'm like,
This is supposed to happen.
this is supposed to happen? Now, I had this conversation with my friend, and he showed me this video. It's a great video. And the video is saying, this guy, right? He has God. I'm saying a very broad way because I don't remember the story 100%. But he has God for something, right?
Mhm.
God is not gonna give it to you directly to your hand, dude. You're nobody.
It's like you didn't study for a test, and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna say a prayer and everyth's gonna be okay.
Exactly.
I'm gonna
No,
pass
dude.
this test.
No, dude. God's gonna say, okay, study. I'll give you the wisdom. I'll give you the power to study and I'll back you up on that.
Just put in the work.
Yeah, just put in the work. And do you just never know, dude. That one question you guess, God might be like, all right, fam, I got you. Boom, pass with a 70. Dude, but you can't be like, oh God, why I failed, and then you're over there playing Xbox all day yesterday. No, dude. Moral story, this guy, he has God for something. He has God, and God would keep giving him little hints, he leave little, what do you call them, little gems here and there. The guy wasn't picking it up, and he's like, oh, it's not meant to be. Well, it's like, no, dude, it's meant to be, but I'm gonna help you out. You ask God to help you, He's gonna help you out.
Yeah.
But you have to find the clues, dude. You have to find the clues, and whether God is real or not, I don't know. But I have noticed that when I ask God for something, it does turn up, and then it ends up being your decision at the end of the day. No matter what, dude, you want it to happen, He's gonna make it happen for you. And I promise you, like, you seem so anxious, so ready to say yes to the offer, and it's gonna take a lot more from you to take that offer that you asked for.
Yeah.
So He's gonna be like, okay, there it is. You really wanted it? Are you gonna take it or not? And I can't tell you how many times I thought I wanted something and I didn't do it. I didn't want it enough, I guess, but it was put in front of my face. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I would have to give you more detailed examples.
No, I get.
There's several. I don't know if you've gone through anything like this.
Most of my adulthood, dude.
So you ask for something, He gives it to you, and you're just like, you don't have, not necessarily you, right? But
Yeah.
generally speaking, you don't have the guts to do it because you're like, fuck, I don't want to do it,
Yeah.
And that's Him telling you, like, well, dude, what the fuck? You gotta work hard.
I think, literally, is being true to yourself. Like, if you're lying to yourself the whole way, like, you're never gonna find the peace. So if you're truthful and you're in every step that you're taking, and you're working hard towards what you want, what do they call it? Like the world, something like when you're putting in the work, like the favors returned. Like when you're putting in the
Everything gets put into motion, right?
Yeah, like you're gonna get to that place that you want to get to, because you're putting in the work and you're being truthful. Like,
but you
100%.
cannot think of the finish line.
No.
You gotta think of the steps you're taking at that very moment.
Correct.
I've been having that issue. I've been going to a welding class, right?
Mm.
And all I could think about is the finish line.
You want to succeed and get
I want to
past it.
succeed, and it's like it's so fucking difficult, dude. Because it's people say like, welding piece of cake. Like, no, dude, welding is a lot more difficult than they make it seem, dude. And it's
the
not
detail you have to put into that, dude.
It's detail, and it's like you have to have perfect motion in your wrist. You gotta. It's so meticulous, dude. When you start getting to more like, higher levels of welding, and I'm not saying I'm up there yet because I'm just training, but the requirement for your weld to be like spot on. Now, some people, they might have never welded in their life. They do it the first day, and they're just natural. And then some people, you gotta work extra hard, and it's crazy because my friend introduced me to this thing called Mamba mentality. Right? Have you heard of that or no?
Does it have to do with Kobe Bryant or something?
Yes.
Okay.
So, okay, I don't watch basketball, but you know, documentaries, articles, shorts on YouTube. Every time that they bring up Kobe, dude, have you listened to the shit that this guy says?
No.
Dude, it is so inspiring, dude.
They call them the Black Mamba, right?
Yeah. Dude, this guy, he knows the definition of hard work. He worked extra hard. Like, this guy, his skill, he didn't get it through God-given talent. He got it through hard work. So, like, some people are just naturally talented. But when you're naturally talented, dude, I've seen dudes that they're naturally talented with welding, and they won't give it that extra push.
They don't realize how
lucky they are to have that. And not just that, how much they could do with it.
Yeah.
So then you got people like myself, I feel that, all right, I'm good, but I got to work extra hard. I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
I'm not talented enough. I'm not naturally talented like that. So I got to put in extra work. And I'm willing to go that extra mile.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's like, I'm not discrediting them because I'm sure there's a lot of talented people that still are hungry, right? But I feel
there's
like,
a lot that have like some big potential that.
Why don't they reach it? Because it's natural to them. It's boring to them.
Yeah.
It's not challenging. When it's challenging to you, I mean, if you're an ambitious person, it'll eat away your soul until you attack whatever it is you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel about it. But
like I tell you, I'm freaked out. Like I have school starting in the fall, and I'm like, damn, what's it gonna entail? Because I'm gonna be like, I have class Monday through Friday, and working too. So I'm like, I hope to God that like the classes aren't that hard. Like, and if they are, like, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about work. Like, dude, you have to. That's part of it though. Like, you want this?
yeah,
Here you go. Like, it's here. Like you said. Like,
yeah,
I applied, got the opportunity. All right, now you gotta do it.
yep.
And
Yeah, you're not getting anything easy, man.
no, like
When you're
it's
going
gonna be
something
a
great,
hard
it's gonna
bitch,
be
dude.
hard. Like, dude, I go to class Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
I get back home like at 9.
So this
Nah,
is
like at 8:30.
But start it from beginning to end of your day. What time do you get up?
So I get up at 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
6:30, I'm already hitting it at work. And then 4:30, I come out of work. And then I drive straight to class.
And it's like an hour away, right?
It's like an hour away. And I'm only 10 minutes away from my job, my house. So I drive an hour away.
You're like fucking crying, dude, on the way to.
No, dude, I'm so hungry. I want
Oh,
this
yeah.
so bad that I'm counting every minute to get to class. I'm excited to start.
But I'm saying like the pussy inside of you would be like, oh man, I could be home having a nice.
No, dude, I
meal."
don't think that.
Oh, good, that's good.
No, dude, I'm 100%. I'm excited. I'm motivated. I'm passionate about it.
And that's a good thing.
I don't
dude.
look back. I drive away, and the only time I'm like, fuck. And I'm not saying like I wish I was at home. I'm saying fuck. I wish I was in traffic. When I catch traffic, dude, that's when I'm
that
like,
ruins your shit.
yeah,
dude.
that's when I'm like, fuck. I could have been welding already. That's what pisses me off. But no, dude, I'm excited all the way. So
That's good.
after work, boom, drive straight there, an hour. Shoot, let's do it. And then I get there, weld. 7:50, I start cleaning up my little station. Boom. Sometimes I stay till 8:15 because I test my welding. I don't know. You would call it.
Do you have to calibrate it or something?
No.
or?
So for welding, they call it a coupon. A coupon is just like a little test sample. You know what I mean? So sometimes you gotta test it to make sure that your welds pass. So sometimes at 7:40, I'm preparing it to try to test it.
So that's like a small piece of metal or what?
Yeah,
is
it's two plates. We weld them together, and then we cut them up, and then you put it through a hydraulic press, and the hydraulic press bends it all the way down, to the middle of your weld. If it snaps, boom, Your weld
failed,
was
yeah.
shit. You fail. If it folds all the way, there's no cuts or cracks or anything like that. That means your weld was good. So it's, dude, and I can't tell how heartbreaking it is when that shit breaks.
Oh, I can imagine.
Dude, you feel like crying, dude. I swear to God. But yeah, anyways, so that's my day, dude. I get back home like at 8:30, 8:40 sometimes, and then boom, do it again the next day. And keep in mind, it's hot as fuck. You're sweating balls. You're welding. It's like you're working, but for free. So it's passion, dude. It's passion. I'm proud of it. If I could feel the blood and sweat,
Yeah.
for sure. I'm hoping it pays off. I'm
And it
gonna just
will.
keep going.
But like you said, you don't know what obstacles God is gonna throw in there
Oh, I already have them, dude.
to detract you from that shit. So
Oh, I already have them.
you just gotta stay hungry.
I already have them. My son's surgery is in December, so that's 3 weeks off. So I'm trying to see what I can do to.
So you guys
still-
will be back, hopefully after 3 weeks of being out there.
Hey, it's too early to tell. Like anything could change.
But that's like the timeline.
That's the
yeah.
timeline. It's what's supposed to happen. So we'll see what's up.
Fuck, dude. Yeah, no, it's.
Yeah, everyone has a cross they have to carry for sure.
Yeah.
But you just gotta. I think it's crazy. Christianity, dude. Even if you put it in metaphoric perspective, that's what it's trying to tell you. Like, everybody has a cross. Are you gonna be a scum just in the streets, too
A
much
waste
of a
life,
coward
dude, yeah.
to carry a cross, or are you gonna do it for the better of mankind, to work hard, put in the hard work, and they say like, oh, Jesus was a martyr, right?
Yeah.
He was, dude, but it paid off for him. You know what I mean? He went, and I'm saying this metaphorically, right? Now, obviously, there's a physical sense to this. Like, this really did happen and all that. That's if you're a Christian, you believe in it. But metaphorically, he went through that martyrdom, right? And there was a reward at the end. He went to heaven.
Yep.
So he was taken to, with God. So
He was sent down as an example, like, I guess, to what
life is supposed to be
yeah,
for you, huh?
what a human is supposed, how we're supposed to act about life, I guess, right? Like, how we're supposed to handle ourselves in this, like.
So that pushes more into like a literal, like, if this really happened, if the Bible really, is dating real events, real time,
Yeah.
then yeah, that's what he's trying to say. But it's crazy because scientists and all that, they decode the Bible, and then they start referencing it to like metaphorical situations, like, oh well, this is supposed to mean that. This is what it's talking about.
Mhm.
Like, this is the metaphoric version, and this is how it relates to a literal, like, life example.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, for me, my literal example is that I want to be a fucking welder. So for me to do that, I have to carry this cross. I have to suffer. I have to stay, nights after we're already working in the hot ass day. I have to do that. And then if I keep going and going and going, if I carry that cross all the way through, I'll meet heaven, which is I'll become a welder. Now, I get it. It's such a corny example.
Well, I mean,
But
I
this
think
is just an example.
You're using a little thing that's a part of the big picture. Like,
Yeah,
because
and
literally, I'm not saying that being a welder is a little thing. I'm saying that's a small part of your life.
it's like we all carry a cross.
Yeah, but
And
that,
you carry many crosses.
I guess I'm
there's
trying to
many
think of
things.
just the one cross, but a million things on that cross, or
No, dude, it's like
a million weights on that cross. I don't know.
It's
Yeah.
like, for example, every challenge you take on, it's a cross.
Okay.
So you want to go to school, it's a cross. You want to get married, it's a cross. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not all sweet, it's a challenge. You're taking on a challenge ultimately, man. Even getting married, you're gonna have all the fights. You're gonna try to get over those fights. What is that, dude? You tell me that's not a cross? That's a cross, dude.
Yeah.
And you get through those fights. That's the pain and the suffering, And then if you guys have kids, that's a cross. It's a cross, dude, because you
Yeah.
suffer with kids. You suffer in being a parent, dude. And the payoff, is you hope that you did a good job and, your kids are
They'll
good
be
people.
good people, yeah.
And there you go. You know what I'm saying? Like, but ultimately, there's always still going to be suffering, you know? But it's pushing through the suffering that you see then the light at the end of the day. That's what I think, at least.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it any other way, dude, you're so fucked and you're going to be depressed forever.
That's why, dude, I try not to, like, for me, I've gotten injured so many times. I'm going to go into this topic because I think that's a thing that might bring people down or might keep them from wanting to do shit. Like I told you, like you told me, the first thing you told me when I told you that I was going to need knee surgery, you're like, dude, why don't you just become fat and don't exercise?
I know. No, that was not a good thing to say. But
I
thought it
know,
was
but
funny
you're
at the
like,
moment.
fuck, man, another fucking surgery. But for me, I'm like,
But
dude,
maybe you're overdoing it.
that's the thing. So I think my issue maybe has been that I push myself sometimes, or I'm not prepared enough to do things sometimes, and that's how I hurt myself. So I got to be smarter, I guess, about how I approach exercising. It could be running, it could be skateboarding. I tend to go all out and just push myself till I'm fucking tired, you know, like till I'm worn out. Instead, why not just, you know, tone it down a little bit? But
It all depends what you're trying to achieve. If you're trying to be a pro skateboarder, yes, push
Yeah.
yourself. If you're not, dude, chill, do an ollie and be happy. Call it a day, dude.
No, dude, it's just that I have a thing in me. I don't know if it's because of my years of playing soccer or maybe it's just my demons that when I'm focused, like doing something like that's strenuous, like an exercise, like I want to keep going, you know, like I don't want to, like, it's not that I don't want to stop, but I feel good because I don't know, I'm breaking myself down maybe.
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like my therapy. That's why, like, I haven't been able to run or anything, or even skateboarding. I haven't done skateboarding because of this fucking knee. And that kills me because I'm like, fuck, man, I can't do my usual shit that I do. Like, first I couldn't run, and then I went to skateboarding, like, and stuck with that as my cardio, and then I couldn't do that either. So
Yeah, I think you just need to be more careful with what you can and can't do.
yeah.
And, you know, I think we all reach what do you call it, like a plateau, right? Like where
A breaking point. Yeah.
where you're like, okay, this is it, you know.
But
I gotta slow the fuck down in certain things, you know.
but I got that mentality, dude, that I'm like,
You feel like you're like in high school still, right?
I'm not even that, but I think it's more like I don't want to accept a certain reality. Like, I don't want to accept, like, oh, my knee's fucked up, so I can't do
But
this
if I was
forever.
David Goggins, I'd say you make your own reality.
Yeah, that's how I think.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
that's what
who
I'm thinking
knows,
of.
dude? Who knows? I mean, dude, don't hurt yourself trying to be someone else because your body is different
No.
than someone else. But
That's not the case at all, though.
yeah, or dude, fuck it, man. If you want to take the L, get a surgery and then just do it again. Like, I mean, I can't
No.
tell you what to do, what not to do, but
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is obviously tone it down with certain shit that I do. Like running, running's out of the picture. I want my knees to be preserved at least till I'm 60, and maybe they'll replace my knees. That's fine. If I can make it that far without knee replacements, then I'm happy. But well, from what they told me, they're like, yeah, you're gonna need a knee replacement, and like maybe.
so how do you fuck up your knee though from running?
Well,
Dude, I
if-
can't tell you how many times I'm like working on my knees like a 10-hour shift
dude,
doing the fucking job.
put
It
on knee
sucks.
pads.
Oh, sometimes I don't, sometimes I do.
Put them on.
It's because the knee pads, they kind of like, when you bend your leg, those straps, they like, they put a, I don't know, dude, they just,
Even if you have them on loose, at least to something to give you some kind of cushion, dude, because your knees they're precious, dude.
yeah.
Like, you fuck up your knee, like, if after I get the surgery, if they end up filling that hole where the cartilage is, I'm gonna be without moving my leg for months.
For real. Holy shit, dude.
So I'm freaking out about that too, because I'm gonna have to drive to school and to work with this leg and a fucking brace.
Well,
How?
everything, I mean, the good thing is, dude, you don't work in a very physical place.
Correct. I don't
So,
have. That's the only
thank
thing that
God,
I'm like.
yeah.
I'm just more worried about the driving aspect and getting to and from work if it's gonna be an issue. Because if it is, then I really have to have a plan B of what the fuck I'm gonna do. Because
No way, you would probably leave your job type of shit?
no, I hope not. But because for right now, primary focus, I want to finish school. Like,
Yeah.
that needs to get done so that I can have a better income, get a house with my wife, and then we're good to go. Like we just keep going.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's part of life. It's just God threw that in there.
I was gonna tell you something, dude. How far would you be from becoming a nurse?
So it's a respiratory therapist. So it's 2 years.
So if you did 2 years more, you could be a nurse.
What do you mean?
No, I said how far are you from your from all your education?
Oh, I could
That
be a
you've got-
nurse in 2 years.
In 2 years?
Yeah,
pretty good.
there's like master's programs that they offer because I have a bachelor's,
Yeah.
but I could have gotten a master's in this respiratory thing, but I decided not to because of how expensive it is, and the return on the investment was not gonna be.
Because nurses make a fuckload of money, dude.
They do, but they deal with a lot more shit.
More money, more problems.
Yeah, dude. So for me, I was looking from both sides. Like I have no problem putting in the work. For me, I want to enjoy what I'm doing, but I don't want there's certain shit that I don't want to deal with. I don't want to wipe somebody's ass. I don't want to have to deal with somebody's shit.
Would you wipe someone's ass for like a good wad of money or what?
Family? I wipe my family's ass for free, but nobody's ass. I don't care how much money you pay me. I don't want to be wiping nobody's ass.
So they wipe asses for sure?
Wipe asses. They have to disimpact people, which is like they push the shit in their ass.
Get the fuck
so they
out
can
of
shit.
here.
Dude.
No way, dude.
Nurses.
Okay. So they literally they put their finger in there?
Dude, ask if you know anybody.
Okay, tell
that's
me
a
about
nurse.
the most uncomfortable situations for a nurse. I mean,
Well, I can't
for example,
tell you
like
because
me-
I've never been a nurse.
but I mean, I'm sure you've met nurses and have friends
Oh,
probably nurses. I
Yeah,
don't know.
dude. I'm sure they have to witness.
We need to have one on the show, dude.
I know a guy.
I want to hear about this.
I know a guy that's a nurse that I went to college with. I'll ask him.
Yeah,
He was
dude.
even on Univision and all that stuff during COVID.
For real?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
His name is Toro.
I could have been on Univision. I fucked up so many times.
This guy was like in the heart of COVID. They had him on Univision and all these channels. I think it was Univision. but
Really?
Yeah, they did like a reportaje and everything during COVID.
So, what do you think were the difficulties being a nurse during COVID, dude?
Dude.
Well, everyone was scared as fuck, right?
Not only that, the unknown, of what's gonna happen, but the nurses they were being overworked. Some nurses were probably quitting. The hospitals were fucking full. Like, dude, no, it was intense. I'm sure they got paid a fuck ton of money, but dude, at what cost?
You think they got any raise or anything like that, or?
I would hope, but a lot of people quit. Like a lot of doctors and nurses, they quit the
They said,
fucking
"Fuck
field
this."
after COVID, dude.
But I think it had more to do with a lot of other things too.
I think it got to a breaking point.
I saw this article. Well, no, I didn't see this. I seen this podcast episode with Jordan Peterson, which you started getting into Jordan Peterson, no?
Well, I enjoyed that podcast you sent me, the one where they had the guys that were battling the sex trafficking and everything.
Yeah,
that was
Tim Ballard.
That was good, dude.
Yeah, oh, great. But he had this episode, dude. He has, man, dude, some extremely great guests, honestly. And this guest, I think he was like a government official. I forgot of which state. And when COVID came up, he was saying that there was a lot of shit that was being done that was not right, that was being done. Can I switch the camera?
No, I was just making sure.
Oh, okay.
I had like a little freak out, like, oh, I hope that it's good. Yeah.
No, you're good. So there was a lot of things that, changed. Now, I'm not going to go into detail about it too much, but there was a lot of things that changed as far as writing down the death descriptions. I think there's like a death certificate, right? Is that what the case or no?
For each
You're a little
person,
bit more
yeah,
medical
when
savvy
you
than
die, no?
myself. I think so.
Yeah.
So there's like a death certificate, right? And I think that death certificate, you get to, whoever is at the examiner or whatever, they get to write down like, the cause of the death and
yeah.
shit. And when it came to COVID, he was saying that there was this story where this dude, he fucking rammed into a tree. He was driving drunk. Fucking rammed into a tree, and the fucking car damn near split, dude. That the guy's fucking head split in half. Like, he died a shitty death, dude, from the car accident. And he went to the the medical examiner's office, and they told the medical examiner, like, hey, well, if this guy has any traces of COVID, you can put it down as a
COVID
death. Yeah, dude. So I'm not discrediting COVID. I'm not saying it didn't kill anybody. I'm not saying it isn't bad a lot, because I know someone that did die from that.
Yep.
But what I am saying, I know 2 people that died from that. But what I'm saying is that there was a lot of corrupt shit going on. So, dude, I wouldn't doubt that a lot of nurses or doctors quit because of that shit, dude.
Dude, there was people, like, obviously every position in healthcare, they have a purpose and they're important. But there's like people like that. I witnessed it. There was like a council meeting. I forgot what state this was in. It was like a smaller town.
Yeah.
Where they only had 2 perfusionists or something. So perfusion is like kind of the career that I'm still thinking about possibly doing later down the line. Because it's fascinating.
What is it?
They're the ones that keep a patient, like they bring them all near to like flatlining and keep the heart alive while the heart surgeon is doing surgery. So they reoxygenate the blood, they clean the blood, and then they send it back in when they're done with surgery.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, dude. And they keep like the patient's body nice.
But
and cold.
that is a very on the line job, right? Like,
correct.
Someone's life is in your hands.
Correct. So
which I'm not. I'm just saying, like, holy shit, dude. Like, that takes balls, dude.
Yeah, it's a stressful thing, but it's very rewarding because you're doing something like that's a big deal. Like, it's somebody's life in your hands. Yeah, and that's kind of why I went into the respiratory therapy route, because like you're having to deal with people that are very sick, and they could die. Like, people die. Like, they're in the ICU. That's like.
Well, I think being and having any medical experience is fucking great. I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, shit, I don't even know. What is it called? CPR, right? I don't know CPR. And there was a time where my son, he had a seizure, and I thought he was choking, dude. So like my first thought was like, fuck, like I wouldn't know how to resuscitate him or anything like that. And I'm just thinking, like, I have no knowledge on
that's
how
like
to
a big
keep someone
survival
alive.
skill right there, like to try to keep somebody.
That's at the most basic level, I think.
Yeah.
Like, anyone could get CPR, but for example, you, dude, you would be like, for example, I watch a lot of movies, but how in the movies the person's throat is clogged up, they put like a straw or some dumb shit like that, and is that real? Or
I'm gonna have to do that for my.
So that's real.
They do that at trach. Like, if somebody can't breathe properly, they have to assist them. So they have to put a hole right here, I think, and they put like a tube. No, it's some crazy shit, dude.
Yeah, exactly. You would be at that, at that extent of knowledge, right?
Yeah.
Or no?
In 2 years, I should be. Yeah.
So that's pretty. I mean, that's amazing, dude. We talked about apocalypse.
Yeah.
In a moment of chaos, and you can't go to a doctor, to a hospital. Which, dude, how many times has that happened? I think with COVID, like, hospitals were only accepting certain people, and it was fucking hectic, dude.
Yeah.
We don't know what's coming next. COVID was just, dude. COVID wasn't even the worst that there's ever been. Like, I think the Spanish flu was far way more deadly, I think.
Dude, I gotta go to the bathroom.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, you bastard. All right.
Little pause.
Pee time.
Poo poo time.
Oh, shit. Hello, mister.
We are back.
Action.
So we left off on the COVID stuff, and I know we'll probably end the COVID stuff right now to go into the next.
You did have a story to say about.
Well, the main thing was when they were pushing the vaccines, there were people in healthcare that didn't want the vaccine, and they're forcing it down their throats. So I think that's another.
Not even just healthcare, everywhere, dude.
Yeah, but healthcare is like the main, like, we need them. Like the nurses and everything. And like these guys, they were working in this profession, like perfusionists. They play an important role for heart surgeries, right? And this was in a small town where the guy was literally going to quit his job because they were forcing him to take the vaccine. He couldn't just.
For him to be in the medical field and not trust the vaccine is a little fishy, though.
Yeah, because of the fact that it was in such a short time that they got the vaccine out.
Well, because vaccines aren't no joke.
No, like you should take it seriously. You're putting something into your body
that could give you cancer, or
I guess we don't know.
Internal bleeding. Now, I'm just saying, like, just an example, right?
Yeah.
Well, they say that, I know I touched base on this before, but I'll kind of speak it with a less excitement, because last time when I'm excited about something, I fucking ramble on. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Some Zeppelin. So, for example, they say after World War II, when the U.S. got all the Nazi scientists, they kind of became obsessed with the Nazis' way of experimentation. Obviously through human beings, right?
Yep.
So they tried going a more legal route about it. So they went down to fucking South America and shit, and they went to low press countries. Dude, they can literally go in the mountains and play those missionaries and shit.
Well, dude, like how in Puerto Rico, the whole Taino nation, like the natives of Puerto Rico, how they sterilized all the women.
So give me more info on that. I've heard about it, but not in depth like how you know.
Well, that goes back to that. I think it has.
When did that happen though?
I don't remember. I can't tell you the historical. I want to I definitely want to have an episode where we talk more about that.
Because our cousin Daniela told me about this fucking 10 years ago. She's like, did you know that the U.S. government, they went into Puerto Rico. They try to, that's like genocide, dude. I mean, you're saying Taino, the actual indigenous people, there's still indigenous people in...
Yeah, but it's not a lot.
So you think that they basically almost exterminated the whole race? That's scary, dude.
Yeah,
it's scary and it's beyond sad.
It's hard to fathom that like human beings are capable of doing that to another human being. Like,
and it's all under the impression. You see, this is where this is where Hitler's ideology was so fucking flawed. It was so bad. It lacked any sort of humanity. It was more like a robotic function or something. Like, my race is meant for perfection, and he wanted to create like robots, right? Like System of a Down would say, like humanoids. So we were talking about it the other day that we did the mural, and Felipe was saying like, well, he wanted a perfect race. He wanted a perfect human race. It sounds all dandy, dude. It sounds great. It sounds like a great idea. But how many innocent lives are going to be put at stake for this perfect race? He wanted to eliminate all cripples and this and that. How many, dude, imagine saying like, oh, let's kill Stephen Hawking. We have no need for him or anything like that.
yeah,
Like, dude, it's fucking insane, dude. People have something to bring to the table, dude, whether it's to make you happy, to create something that can help the world. Like, you just never know.
Yeah.
Now, this guy was eliminating all those chances.
Despite mental challenges or anything, everybody has something to offer, like,
dude, it's simply if you love your kid, dude,
yeah.
You don't want anyone taking your kid away from you. But this guy was beyond an extremist, right? So let's just say that the United States took a lot of the scientists from Germany, right? I think Russia took a certain amount, and the United States took a certain amount. So they carried on doing these scientific experiments, and I think they did it. I'm sure they do it in the United States too, with like low income people, and they'll just be like, oh, we'll give you this vaccine.
And it's in the most subtle way, probably.
Yeah. It's like, oh, do you want to sign up for experimentation? You gotta sign these forms, blah blah blah. Dude, you get some random ass dude, that just wants to get a quick buck, and they're desperate for it, dude. They're gonna do it. They're like, oh yeah, whatever, I'm healthy, whatever, just give me that vaccine. Boom. They get that vaccine, dude, and it might not even do shit to them. It might do shit to their kids in the future, or their grandkids. Like, you never know.
Yeah.
Or they might die of cancer. No one will ever know about it. He won't even know that that's what gave him the cancer, because he's not educated or nothing like that, Now, I'm not speaking bad of anybody, because I could have very easily be that person, right?
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit more aware of that shit, and I wouldn't risk the biscuit, but they did that in South America, and they've been doing it for years. I think they're still doing it now. Do they probably go to like, these little
and it's
towns?
funny because they grease the palms of the officials there, the government there.
Oh,
right?
for sure, and they don't give a shit.
Okay.
They're corrupt as hell.
I'll take it.
Let's do it, quick buck, So they know where to do it, and they know how to do it. They know how to, talk it through with the officials and all that. Make it happen, for sure.
That's scary.
Well, like I said, they could easily go as missionaries and shit. Like, oh, we're here to help all the people and, give like a vaccine for this and that. And they're thinking like, yes, they're helping us. Dude, you never know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, they disguise it. They disguise it to fool these humble and unfortunately gullible people.
Yesterday, Friday, I watched this movie with the wife, and I sent you the documentary about it. Well, not documentary, but the interview. Jordan Peterson with Jim Caviezel.
Is it on Netflix?
The movie?
Yeah.
No, it's in the theater, dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it went to the theater, dude. So it's a big deal.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go watch
Dude,
it. With
there's so much like there's some fishy stuff about it, dude. For example, the simple fact that I think this movie has at the end of the movie, your favorite guy, the actor, he gives a message. The message says that this movie was made 5 years ago, but that they didn't want it out. Like that it faced so many obstacles to get put out, which is kind of scary if you think about it. They're saying that this business of child trafficking is it's already gonna top the drug trade. The drug trade, that's a big
You're
deal.
talking about children, dude.
Yeah. So this is what's more scary to me though, dude. That you think, dude, the cartel's already pretty heartless, dude. I guess some might have codes or whatever, but I'm just a little scared that they see how how much money is generating, and I'm just scared that or there might be new cartels or new groups, and in the United States it already exists, that will start targeting kids more.
I'm sure that's already been happening. Yeah.
Like you see in the video, first thing starts in the movie, you see like a bunch of kids getting kidnapped. So there'll be like a little kid playing and shit outside right by his mom, like maybe like 10 feet away. Then you see like a little motorcycle. Boom. The guy gets off. There's a guy in the back. Gets off. Climbs back on the motorcycle with the kid. Boom. Oh, there's this homeless lady sleeping in the subway with her baby next to her. This guy just goes, gets the baby, walks away.
They made it like an actual movie, right? Like
no, it's like a fiction. Well, not fictional, but like a dramatized movie.
Yeah, like they're reenacting stuff that's occurring.
Yeah, but these videos were just like a quick glimpse into like, okay, this is what's happening. Yeah. So that was pretty crazy. I'm not gonna say that the movie was like, oh my god, I for when it's dramatized, I really don't give it too much. I know it's dramatized, but
it's a reality. Like you're not.
For me, I'm more impacted by what the guy was actually saying on Jordan Peterson's show, because it's a real story, dude. You're hearing, and he goes more to depth. Dude, I don't think they could go into that much depth in a movie that's gonna come out in a theater, dude.
Dude, just the whole thing that he said about that he watched tapes of kids, like, and this is not like people thinking like, oh, 16-year-old getting raped or getting molested.
No, it's like a 9-year-old,
it's like 5-year-old kid getting sexually abused and breaking bones. Like, no, like it's like the most disgusting thing that you can think of. The most like
I think that's more evil than a killer, man.
Dude, no, it's beyond. It's beyond.
That is I don't know, dude. I really feel like you're sealing your deal with the devil, doing some shit like that. It's sickening and it's scary as fuck. That like I see my little boy dancing yesterday, and then I'm looking at him, and I just watched this movie. It kind of traumatized me a little bit. I'm looking at him like, look at this beautiful little kid, with his little personality, dancing, enjoying this song, and I was like, man, I want to put this out, this video. But after watching that movie, I'm like, fuck this, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Some sick fuck is getting perverted ideas from this. It really changes my whole... kids shouldn't be on social media, dude. Like we talked about it before, there's probably some sick fuck fucking masturbating to us for all we know.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't want to flatter ourselves that much, but
no, dude, it's possible.
It's a reality. You never know what people, what kind of ideas they get from shit. But yeah, you gotta think, like, when you put your children out there for the world to see, like, there could be some weirdos out there really enjoying that, and not in a good way. So, and I was talking about this with my niece's husband, right? And he was saying that he visited the dark web once. Dude, the dark web, dude. I am way too scared to fucking check that shit out, dude.
And I'm more scared. I'm scared of the legal repercussions of going on the dark web. I don't know, like if you get in trouble of going on. I'm curious about it, obviously, because I'm like, what the hell?
I think you get in trouble if you
Purchasing
any transaction or looking at anything like child pornography or like violent pornography. System of Down.
Oh my god.
Had to say that, but yeah, no, I think like when the movies, that's what's going on. There's like a website in the dark web, and the government is tracking everything he's doing on the dark web. And in dark web, this motherfucker, dude, he never did it, but well, not that I know, but from when I looked at the movie, this guy he would buy like child pornography videos. And you know, he was just surfing child pornography. This is based on true story. So this guy, dude, this is like this fucking creep, dude.
That's what the subway guy got busted on.
That's That's so scary. Well, check this out, dude.
Yeah.
So this movie, for these child traffickers to set up a deal like this, it only means that there are real players involved, like big time players, dude. People with money are involved in this. So basically, what he did was, you know, and I don't mind ruining the movie to you because this is real. It's really
I'm
happened.
gonna end up watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't really fucking matter. But basically, in order for him to capture these guys, he had to get. He was acquainted with this billionaire, right? That he's really an activist, you know, and especially now in my eyes, he really is an activist. For him to be able to help out with this, so what he did was, he got this activist to play part of this undercover thing, right? And they were gonna play this deal where he was gonna create a sex hotel for children, like a pleasure hotel the trafficked children. And in order for he brought up this deal in order to deal with the traffickers from South America, the ones that were trafficking all these kids, dude. So he arranged this deal so that the main traffickers, and the billionaire and him, which was undercover, were gonna set up a deal where they're gonna start this extravagant fucking hotel, dude, and throw like sex parties, you know, with little kids. And dude, the for them to agree to that, and they were saying like this is only high end, only people with big money, like they're talking about $100,000 a night, you know, for one kid. So they jumped at it, like, let's do it, boom. And that's how they got caught. But moral story is that if they're willing to do that, that means that they know that there's players out there that are willing to do that shit. Now, they described it like Taken is an example of trafficking. And Taken was bad. You see young girls, you think about your wife, you know, you think about, you know, probably older people think about their daughter, 18-year-old daughter traveling to Paris or some shit, you know, to visit the wonders of the world. And then they get kidnapped, you know. But dude, this is far worse. I'm talking about kids getting they're getting trafficked in those containers across the sea. Like, how does something like that go unnoticed? I just don't understand. And America has the number one consumer of this shit. You know what I mean? It's just weird, man. There's some weird shit going on.
It's all money, dude. The money is what's getting people away with this shit, and it's people that have an enormous amount of power that it's like they're untouchable.
Well, once again, dude, I'm gonna touch base on this, right? I've touched base on this like 2-3 times in the whole fucking show. Adrenochrome.
Mm-hmm.
So that guy comes forward, says adrenochrome is real. People really do drink that off the kids' blood, and get that. They get that. I don't know if it's like a vitamin or what the fuck it is, but that chemical compound that I don't know if it serves as rejuvenation,
like when they're dying, right?
Yeah, dude. It's pretty crazy that people, you know, they purchase children to do that. I would honestly call it more of a ritual, honestly. Satanic
like
ritual.
Cult type
yeah, that's
shit,
scary shit for you to do that, but that's actually fucking real, dude. Now, what they were saying was that there's a lot of people trying to discredit him, saying that he's QAnon and all this and that, and that a lot of those conspiracy theories are made to discredit the real shit going on. So adrenochrome is real, but they put out a lot of fake shit so that skeptics could be like, no way. Like
They label it as something else. Yeah.
Yeah, well, they'll make it seem so exaggerated. That's like, no way, that's loony. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And in reality, like, it really is happening. There's a truth of that, of that in that version. There's a truth of it, but they, it's like reverse psychology.
If it's not benefiting them and if it's gonna expose them, they're gonna shut it down.
Well, that's crazy. Who's dumb? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then
So it
I
makes
guess,
me think there is some sort of a government involvement here. And this is what I'm saying. Like,
government and the people of the highest like worth, I guess.
well, I was talking to my mom about this. They talk about this in church, dude.
Oh,
Yeah, dude. Church is making, well, the Christian church.
yeah.
They're making this an awareness thing, dude. So she was saying that that in the church, I guess church is pro Trump, but I mean, dude, I'm pro whoever is gonna fight this shit. To be honest.
Yeah.
Now Trump's been real strict on immigration, okay, and he doesn't want people crossing over.
Yeah.
For me, if that means he's doing this to save people's lives, dude, who are the main people getting trafficked, dude? It's illegal immigrants, dude. So if Trump is doing this to put a stop to that, I'm all for it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm 100% all for it.
But what's interesting is I don't know where the truth is and where it's not. For me to say this to people like in my family that are so against the stuff and Trump and all that stuff, when the whole shit about that they're all rapists, criminals, and all that stuff, who knows how they twisted the stuff that he said and if he truly said it towards immigrants, right? The whole calling them rapists. Did he say that towards immigrants, supposedly?
I think so, but it's because we don't know. Yeah, there's obviously...
He said some ignorant shit.
Anything could be brought out of context.
Yeah.
So we don't know what he knows on the same level. He's a human being. So let's say, for example, let's say I'm the president of the United States. Okay, I'm sure I have a lot of intel on a lot of things that go on in the underworld, right? Well, not underworld, but in the what do we call it? Underground. So if I know that the government of El Salvador or Honduras or Mexico, I know there's a lot of crooked officials. You know what I mean? And let's say I know for a fact that they're sending criminals out here to do their criminal activity for a whole fucking market that exists. We don't know if that's what he's talking about. We don't know if there's people out here from other countries that come here to... Dude, we don't know if in the market American children are on the market big time. Like, we want like a beautiful blonde little girl or something. Like we don't know what the fuck they're planning, dude. What are they reaching for variety? I don't know, dude. It's just... There's a whole lot of things that he could have meant by that.
Yeah.
Now, it's very possible that, he did mean he thinks of that of every fucking person,
It's hard to know, yeah.
It's hard to know, but but could he really think that? I mean, isn't there a lot of Latinos that work in housekeeping and maintenance in his hotels, dude?
Yeah.
In his businesses. You think he doesn't know that, dude? I mean, who knows? He lives in D.C., dude. I think D.C. is like capital of MS-13, dude. So what do you think he's seeing when he goes to like the Hispanic side, seeing a lot of illegal immigrants that are fucking MS-13s?
Oh, dude,
all tatted up, dude.
It's funny, like how...
And they do rape and kill. You know what I mean?
Dude, we had that conversation on the phone, and we talked about the whole immigration thing the last time we talked on the phone. And I talked about it with my wife, too, and we noticed, like, obviously, there's something does have to be done with immigration, unfortunately. I hope, like...
So you think that there needs to be regulation?
Yeah, there has to be, dude, because there's people that are coming in right now. There's bad people coming in.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I'm noticing it.
There's no screening or nothing.
I'm noticing it, like, in the... And I'm not trying to be judgmental by any means, dude, but I judge people by the way that they behave and act. Like, because when I think of an immigrant, the way I've always thought of it, because of
hardworking immigrant.
Because of people, like, that, like, growing up as a kid, people in my family that were illegal and they fixed themselves and they were able to figure it out. Dude, they're hardworking, humble people. So that's how I always viewed an immigrant. But nowadays, what I've witnessed, like especially in our neighborhoods, like because it's predominantly Mexican, Hispanic neighborhoods, right? And there's been an influx of these immigrants that were being sent. I don't know, from Florida or where they were getting kicked out from.
Well, Florida and Texas were sending buses filled with immigrants.
And some of those immigrants are not good people.
Yeah.
There's some criminal type of people, or I don't know, dude.
Do you have any knowledge on what it takes to become a resident of the United States, or do they go through screening and shit like that, or no?
Dude, it's a headache.
But
Obviously,
it will bring out the best of the best here. Like someone like a felon or like a criminal wouldn't undergo all that process.
I don't think you'll stand a chance, right?
But that's what I'm wondering. Do they do like a background check with their government? Like, hey, what do you got on this person? Like,
that's what I don't know, dude.
See, if they did that, that's great.
But I highly doubt it, dude. You think that it's that detailed? They're like, oh, this guy
I think it should be. I mean, the U.S. already has enough crime, dude.
But how are they gonna judge it based off of somebody coming from, say, like somewhere from like Costa Rica, or they're coming from El Salvador?
They should reach out to their government, dude. Dude, everyone has fingerprints, dude.
Do you think that's happening though?
Yeah, I think it should happen.
Yeah, it should, but I don't know.
I'm not sure if it does.
And I don't know how detailed these other governments have their shit.
This is the thing, dude. This is what I'm saying, that Trump, to a certain extent, is right. So our parents came, they became legal, they fixed their papers.
Yeah.
Nothing bad to say there.
Yep.
No one should have anything bad to say there. They're doing it right. Now.
And even if people can't fix their papers,
and
they're working and they're trying to make a living, there's nothing against that.
Yeah, they found a way to live here.
Yeah.
And they're working hard.
I have nothing against that.
Yeah, they're giving back to society. You know, they're raising their kids right. I mean, by all means,
they deserve to live in this country.
Yeah, the credibility is there.
Yeah.
It should automatically be boom. Granted,
they're paying taxes.
Well, here's the thing, dude. I think a lot of immigrants that been in the United States for a long time are getting real pissed off because, for example, they've been a part of society for this long already. They've been part of, America, and if they come across the migra, they're fucked. They're toast. They get sent back.
They get stripped away.
They get stripped away, all their hard work and everything, their good behavior. Now, if the government is granting, now I don't think the government is granting to Mexico. I think it's granting to other countries in South America. Now, I'm not saying Mexicans are the only ones that should be here. I'm not saying that at all.
They're the closest.
But what I'm saying is, like, you already have a huge influx of immigrants in the United States. Now, that might be from every country in the world.
From Canada, it could be from
dude, I saw this article that it's not just Mexicans coming in over. It's South America. And, dude, even, like, Oriental. Is that what you would call it, right? From the Oriental?
Like Asian, yeah.
Yeah, like Asian, Middle Eastern. Like, there's several countries that are going through the Mexican border, dude.
That's how bad it is in their countries.
Well, yeah, but they go through the Mexican border. So when they say immigrants, it's a very, like, as a Mexican, you cannot get fully offended by that because you have to understand.
There's more immigrants than just Mexican immigrants.
Yeah, like, as a matter of fact, they're saying that Mexican immigrants stopped coming to the United States a long time ago. That number decreased, dude, a lot. So, like, it's nowhere near as many Mexicans that used to come before. Now it's mainly like other South American or Latin American countries and just other countries, period. Those are very general terms. So for him to say that, they're not bringing their best. They're bringing we don't know. We don't know who he's talking about directly. And even if he did say that, dude, like I said, dude, you got to think about the best for everybody, If he's going to make some sort of policy or whatever that's going to keep people that are already here safe, and, stop the amount of criminals coming over, then, dude, fuck it, dude.
The issue is the news. It's the media that's,
But that's a hard problem to fix, though, dude.
It's because the news has both sides. Like, it has the Democratic and the Republican side. So something this guy says when in terms of immigration reform, I'm like, oh, no, we're doing the opposite. We want to help the people, when in reality they don't give a fuck.
So what do you think? Okay, so Biden is clearly at fault here. Like, He's like, oh yes, bring them all over. We're gonna throw a party. You know,
Dude, and
it's not as easy to do that. Like it's
oh
not.
man, it has to be heavy duty. Like the screening process has to be like hardcore.
So
dude.
immigration screening and just immigration procedures should be more tedious than him just welcoming everybody, right?
Yeah, dude, because like you said, the issue we're having now is like you see boatloads of people that are like they're like strays, dude. They have no family here.
So all they're gonna do is resort to crime.
They're coming out here to nothing.
Yeah.
There's no promise of a job. There's no promise of a home. You have no family, nobody, no connection. How are you gonna get ahead?
So when I went to Mexico,
Yeah.
I was in Guadalajara, right? Time to the Uber. The Uber was like, oh, well, in the U.S., if you do Uber over there, you're making a shitload of money. I'm like, dude, I'm all like, you're gonna. I'm telling you right now, whatever you make here, if you do 12, 14-hour shifts here driving, you're gonna the ratio is gonna be the same as if you were in the United States.
Living expense, man.
Yeah, I was like, bro, people think that because we come from the United States, we live like fucking kings. I was like, that's not true. I was like, you probably live better than me, motherfucker.
It's slavery, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, I work all day long, and I'm just trying to pay the bills. I'm not even having much fun with it, you know? This is the first time I come to Mexico in like 14, 15 years. I was like, dude, it's not easy like you guys paint it, bro. So moral story is that if I'm struggling, I'm born here, I'm struggling to, you know, and I get by. I love the life I live. I'm thankful. I'm grateful for everything I have.
Yeah.
But it's cost me so much hard work, so many days and nights of work, 12-hour shifts, fucking overtime. Like, I don't see my family, you know, hard labor. It takes hard work, dude, to get by. So, like, you know, and just, this is for anybody. How hard is it to make a living out here? It's not easy, dude. It costs everybody. So, for these people to come out here, you know, they don't speak English. They don't have a home. They don't have experience with a lot of jobs that they can be provided out here. They don't have a car to Uber. You know, you put them in food service. How are they going to communicate with the customers? You know, how they're going to communicate with the workers, with the bosses. Now, I'm not trying to degrade them or dehumanize them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, they think, let's go to the United States. We're going to be rich. Yeah, the American dream. Yeah, let's do it. Woo. No, dude, it's not like that, dude. You're going to come out here and, dude, I think it's literally what's going on in California. Everyone goes to California. Yeah, I'm going to be a Hollywood star. They go over there. Dude, they end up being homeless. They just join the roster. Boom, homeless. And I think if you don't have a plan, if you don't have like a liaison, if you don't have
You need a solid foundation. Like,
you need a solid foundation. Yeah. You need skill. You need talent. You need to know somebody. Bro, knowing somebody has always been the case. Whether it's a job, if you don't know someone, good luck on moving up. If you don't know someone, good luck on getting the job. You need to know somebody, dude. That's how America works, dude. You gotta know somebody. It's not what you know, it's who you know. That's facts. So with Mexicans, dude, we're pretty embedded in the United States. We've been in here for a long time. You know, we've always been here, honestly.
yeah.
So for me, if I got a cousin in Mexico, you know, and he wants to come out here, let's say he fixes his papers, whatever. Boom. Don't worry, dude. I got you. I'll find you a job, and a good job. You know, I don't mind. Even in, other Mexicans, dude. Mexicans are really big on construction industry, roofing, landscaping. Dude, if they bring their relative, what's gonna happen? Boom. Member of society. You're giving back to society. Boom. You're either a landscaper, construction. You're in the restaurants cooking some badass fucking food. You know, but if, you know, and I'm just speaking on Mexicans, right? But this could be with Venezuelans or Costa Rica people, anybody. But if you have someone here, yes.
You already have
you're one step in, you know? But if you have no one out here, I say don't come, dude. Because life is going to be hell. I mean, I went on the west side of Chicago, dude. Dude, tents everywhere. And my kids kind of fucked up, you know. But they're like, hey, why are they camping? Why are they camping? Like, no, dude, like they're living there.
This isn't like, hey, me and Johnny are going to the campsite, campgrounds. Yeah.
Oh, dude, my daughter was like, hey, I want to go camping too. I'm like, shut up. You know, it's bad, dude. They're out there, dude. The police stations flooded. Like I'm telling you that there's a story. My wife, her coworker was telling her that her pastor. I thought it was her husband, but it was actually her pastor.
Mm-hmm.
He was walking down the street, and he saw, and you know there were some illegal people.
Where was this at?
I don't know, most likely the north side, because they're Puerto Rican.
Mm. Because they're Puerto Rican.
Hey, dude, I gotta say, dude, you know the Puerto Rican that's the north side.
North side, yeah, that's Puerto Ricans,
dude.
Yeah.
So most likely Humboldt Park.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. So you know, and he's a Christian pastor. So, damn.
Puerto Rican, dude.
Puerto Rican.
Nah, we gotta get a flag here too, dude.
I know. Well, dude, bring it on, dude.
Boricuas, yeah.
Bring it on, dude. So we were he was walking through the I don't know, the north side, dude, Chicago, and there was some Latin American immigrants, and the guy and the pastor was like, oh, here, you know, here's a couple bucks, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy was like, come on, man. He's like, I need more, you know, give me something to eat, you know. And the guy's like, hey, man, well, I'm giving you some money, you know, like go work or something, you know. And the guy was like, wait, well, ¿cuánto por mi mujer, you know, how much for my woman? And the guy was like, whoa, dude, like, dude, I'm a pastor, dude, like, daddy, chill. Yeah, you know, he's like, you know, like, hey, man, you know, what's like, come on, dude. But, you know, and I'm not saying that dude's bad.
You said daddy, chill.
Have you seen that video or no?
Yeah.
It's like, daddy, chill. What the hell is even there?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I know, dude. I like, my wife, she be bitching at me, and I'm just like, daddy, chill.
Hey, but that, like, she has, like, a brain malfunction, right?
Yeah. She's like, oh, fuck, I gotta laugh.
You bastard.
Yeah, I know, dude. So, yeah, more of those stories that, yeah, dude, that's, they might not even be bad people, dude, but
they're resorting to the lowest of the low just to get by.
Because they have nothing. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I was talking about it with someone like, hey, we'll put them to fucking work, man. What the fuck? You know, but I'm like, well, where are you going to put them to work?
It's a liability, unfortunately, because they're not insured. Like, there's no...
Dude, it goes beyond that.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? Put them in construction or something? What if they don't know construction? Bro, construction is a skilled trade. You need to know how to lay bricks. You need to know how to, you know, build. You need to know carpentry. You need to know how to use a tape measure.
It's not just that, oh, this is just a labor. No.
No,
like,
dude.
It's skill.
You got to earn that title, bro. You can't just say, oh, yeah, he's a Latin American. Just put him to work in construction and landscaping. He's going to be good like this. No, dude. A contractor doesn't want to get someone and have to train them from the ground up. You know what I mean? They want people that have some experience.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, you might get some contractors that want, like, laborers, like, helpers, and they'll learn. But, dude, if there's such an influx, dude, you can only have so many helpers. You know what I mean? If you have more helpers than skilled people, then your company is going to go to shit. You need to know, you can have one person that knows with one labor. That's the ratio. But if you got more, then the people, dude, you're going to have shitty quality work. It's going to just bring everything downhill, you know, the infrastructure. So it's not easy, dude. And I think that Biden just said, fuck it, just bring them. We want to help, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Like, what plan do you actually have for these people? And how is that going to affect the people that are already here? People that have been trying for years to become legal. That's so fucked up, man.
I think that's where we're fucking up, is that we're too focused. Yeah, we're too focused on, let's be letting people in, or instead of being like, you know what, let's seal it, keep it like that for now. I know people are suffering in the other country, but that's that country that has to figure that out.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't be U.S.
America can't do everything.
Yeah, it shouldn't be U.S.'s job to, like, these people are poor.
And that's where Trump.
Yeah.
Trump is like, no. Americans first. Let's fix America first. You see, I got Mexican blood in me, dude. But I live in America, dude. My kids live in America, dude. I want a better America for my kids. You know, I got to think about call me greedy or whatever the fuck you want. My kids come first than anybody, dude.
Yeah.
If my kids require, the borders to get closed, and that's going to bring more security, it's going to fix some internal issues first, then dude, by all means, and
we're not being heartless by any means because of the fact that we're trying to keep everything good here, and it's up to the country. Like I said, the governments of these other countries that these people are fleeing from to come to the U.S. to supposedly have a better life, they need to figure their shit out.
It's scary, dude, because also by Christian virtue, like help others, help thy neighbor, right? So it's some more conflicting than we're making it out to be, but
like you said, there's immigrants here that have been here their whole lives.
You're looking at that hair, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. Like, gonna catch it, make a wish.
It's probably pubic hair.
You're down here naked, right? Like
yeah,
cleaning.
Probably, dude. Had the apron on. Daddy, chill. Yeah, dude, but it is a pretty complicated topic. I don't think there's any right or wrong. For example, I showed you this video, dude. I hope you fucking watched it.
Which one?
It's one of AMLO, Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, the president of Mexico.
He's hated by a lot of people, right?
Yeah, dude, but some people call him like the Trump of Mexico. But, dude, that's not all bad, dude. People love Trump, dude. People love Trump. People love what Trump brought to the table. They love his honesty. I mean, I got to say, like I said, if he's honest, if that's what he thinks, dude, okay, prove him wrong, guys. Come on. Like, don't hate the guy. Like, prove him the fuck wrong.
It's so crazy, though, dude, how our families are hardcore Democrat, dude.
Yeah, I've tried telling my dad, like, dude. Oh, my dad. I think my dad, he's seen.
Starting to see, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, oh, pues Trump. Oh, they call him Trompas. Pues el Trompas. Pues él, pues como que sí le echaba ganas al país. Así se ponía las pilas. I'm like, ¿verdad?
Yeah, they're realizing that Biden is a fuckhead.
Oh, yeah. I was like, ¿le vas a Biden? I was like, are you for reals? He's like, no, pues, ese pobre viejo no anda que no puede. Yo miro que no. I'm like, ¿verdad? You can't bullshit me, Dad. You know you ain't voting for that motherfucker, man. For reals.
I'm okay with whoever's gonna do the best job. I'm not gonna pick and choose sides. Like, treat people as people. That's the biggest issue that happened within these last 5 to 10 years is the whole division of people and racist people, unfortunately, that still exist that are like.
Well, Republican dude can't be friend with a Democratic dude. Well, like a liberal with a conservative. You won't see that friendship anymore.
It's retarded. It's retarded, dude.
Yeah.
Like I can care less if somebody is reasonable and considered a part of that party. Like they should be able to meet halfway with somebody. But there's gonna be those people that are beyond woke, dude. And it's unfortunate that I can't stand those people, dude.
Yeah, like
I cannot.
Oh, he's too this and that. Well, I ain't gonna lie, dude. I'm not saying that I'm conservative. I really have views of both.
Yeah.
You know, I'm somewhere down the middle. I think
You're an artist, so
yeah.
it's impossible
right?
for you to be like a completely
like too stagnant on something, right? I know. So like, but if I see like a straight up liberal ass person, like like
it
get
gets
the fuck out of my house. Get out of my house. I don't want to hear it, man. You know, or if I get someone like right here, like, oh fuck you, Bainers, you know, like get the fuck out of my house, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, all the white guys I know are straight up like rednecks, dude. And dude, they fuck with Mexicans, dude. They love buying tacos and tortas and burritos. Like,
obviously, there's gonna be some ignorance because
yeah,
they're
dude,
not familiar.
different culture.
Yeah,
different culture.
And you
man.
have to understand that. I think some people might not understand it. They take it as like
this is what I love about construction industry, though.
Yeah,
dude, you have Mexicans, blacks, and you know whites. And we all talk shit to each other.
All intermingling, dude. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. We say racist shit to each other, fucking around. It's fun, dude. We're kicking it. We're just fucking around, just hanging around.
That's why. That's why, dude. It gets under my skin when people that, especially minority people, that get their panties in a bunch over little things like pronouns or racial things. It's like, dude, understand when it's truly hatred and when it's a joke. Like, I've always been a fan of comedy and being able to joke about our cultures and joke about race with other people of other races. Like, that's only, like, you can only get good out of that.
Dude, but I think it goes beyond that, dude.
Yeah.
I think it goes to an extent where you have to use your social people skills and persuade the other person to understand, like, yo, we are not so different, you know?
Yeah.
Now, it might work, it might not, dude. Fuck it if it doesn't. But if you approach it with anger, you're just a part of the problem.
Yeah.
You're part of the division. Now, if that person calls you like a beaner or fucking wetback, whatever, you know, and you show him that you're just a human being, dude, that you're equal to him, that we're all just people and shit, like, that person might look at you differently.
That's why I like that one. I sent that video to you guys, and Aldo replied about it. It was this black guy with dreads that goes into like these random.
Oh yeah, the redneck.
I forgot
states,
what,
right?
Yeah, I forgot what the guy's
well, like
name
KKK towns and shit.
And he was talking to that older white guy about black people and like, oh, do you like?
Wasn't he gonna let his dog bite him or some shit like that?
I forgot what he said. Well, that guy was racist, dude.
Yeah, dude, but they're just not used to that, bro. You just gotta break them in.
But I think that guy eventually he gave promise that he would be not against hanging around people other than whites.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that he actually talked to that black guy.
So he got into problems probably.
No, I wouldn't say he got into problems, but or maybe people in his like, oh, why'd you talk to that?
Yeah.
So I'm sure he got into shit with his people, but I feel like he would give somebody a minority the benefit of the doubt instead of having this preconceived.
Oh, dude, that black guy was funny as fuck.
Dude, yeah.
Like, oh, that black guy was funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, bro, you can't. I mean, I always like that's what I love about comedy, dude. I'm sure, dude, any racist KKK motherfucker has listened to Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, and then saw like, bro, like they're funny, they're making you laugh, they're black. You know what I'm saying? Or like Hispanics, they love Fluffy and George Lopez. Yeah, dude, like, you know, comedy, music, like just because, you know, their culture, you'll learn to appreciate it one way or the other.
Yeah, I find
God's gonna bring it to you, brother.
Dude,
you know what I mean? You're fucked.
And I find it so funny, dude, that like you could think of like these rednecks, right? And you think of like Leonard Skinner, Freebird, or you'll think of songs like that, or like Sweet Home Alabama. That song, I'm sure, has some racist implications.
Which one?
Sweet Home Alabama.
Why?
I don't know.
Alabama's such a KKK state?
Maybe. I mean, it's southern. It's a southern state, but who knows?
I
might
think
be
it's
wrong.
all audience.
But you think about the music. This music, where it's derived from, is from black.
Yeah, they said it.
Yeah.
They said it.
Yeah.
They said we're not racist. Okay, they had the flag up,
Confederate
right?
flag, yeah.
The Confederate flag in every concert. So I've worked with a lot of Southern white folks, right? They all rock the Confederate flag, and they talk to me like nothing, you know. Whether they had different beliefs at home, I don't know. Poor moral story. They wanted to hang out with me. They wanted to chill with me. They wanted to be my friend.
Yeah.
So to me, that's like, okay, well, clearly that you're not 100% about that life because you're giving me a chance, you know?
There's African Americans that have that flag.
Yeah. So what I've learned is that I guess a lot of Southern people, dude, they identify with that flag because of their Southern culture.
And people probably that they...
And I've met Southern blacks. I've met Southern whites. And let me tell you this, dude. This might piss off a lot of people. They have a lot of similarities, dude. And they bond with each other like crazy. They have a lot of common grounds, dude. A lot. If anything, I think it's more divisive and different up here up north. And that's where it was, you know, slavery was, you know, became illegal in the north first. So it's kind of weird that up north is where it's more racist. It's more divisive, more segregated. It's fucking weird, dude. They're like, okay, well, you guys are not slaves anymore, but you guys got to operate on your own, under your own collar. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird. Well, you know, back to AMLO. What I was saying was that I sent you this video, and it's AMLO, right? He's talking about AMLO's talking about, hey, Mexico is gonna be a great country, We're not gonna be dependent on anybody. We're gonna have our own resources, our own oil, our own lithium mines. We're gonna have our own minerals, and we're not gonna pay anybody for our shit anymore. Yeah, Mexico's used like a rug and shit. You know what I mean?
But meanwhile, they're fucking over these poor indigenous people for this to mine this lithium.
It's because, dude, it's
rough, dude.
It is rough.
Yeah,
it is rough. Where this lithium mined, anyways? In Sonora, no? Or
I don't know, somewhere in Mexico. But I know a lot of people. I think, the living is becoming.
It's because, dude, in this society, dude.
Yeah.
In this time of life that we live now, every country, in order to prevail, I guess, in order to succeed, dude, you have to do some sort of shit like that, dude. You gotta sell the minerals that are rich in your land. You gotta produce. You gotta manufacture. You gotta, how do you do that? What are they gonna do? Are they gonna, if they have a lithium mines, they mine the lithium, they sell it, whatever. They're rich in lithium, dude. I mean, Mexico can come up, dude, and then we're moving towards a time where everything's electrical. You know what I mean? Where everything's battery operated and shit like that, like cars and all that. So. Yeah, dude. If that's what it takes, if that's what it takes for Mexico to come up, like, dude, call me an asshole, dude, but fuck it, dude. I prefer that than Mexico being cartel ridden. You know what I mean? But which I don't know if it's gonna help at all.
Yeah.
But I would assume the economy goes up and you're making a decision. Should I work at a mining place, make good money? Or work for the cartel and get my head chopped off. I think I'd rather go with the mining.
Yeah.
So it's that's what it comes down to. I think that's what it boils down to. And I guess now that Mexico is really trying to bring up the economy and make Mexico better, the U.S. is nitpicking on things in Mexico. Like, oh, Mexico is not a friend of the state anymore. That they're doing this, they're doing that, they're rebelling, they're not paying certain this, they're not paying certain that. There's like a whole lot of conspiracy going on. The U.S. is pissed that Mexico's making big moves. I mean, there's projections that Mexico's just going up and up and up and up. Just as dude, Mexicans are coming to the United States, and Americans are leaving to the United States. Now we're talking about people that immigrated to the United States.
Oh, you're saying Americans are leaving to Mexico? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, both ways.
Yeah.
You got some Mexicans that are coming out here, and a shit ton of Mexicans are going back to Mexico, dude. So a shit ton of Mexicans are going back to Mexico, and Americans, like Caucasian and...
Oh, there's people that retire. And
like, just generations of Americans are just going to Mexico. Not just retiring, dude, but starting businesses, capitalism. It's growing in Mexico like crazy. So, I know this kind of goes against what I've said about Mexico. I don't take it back.
Because of the fear, yeah.
I don't take it back because there are some places in Mexico that are just kept in they're captive, right? They're in hostility right now. They can't do much.
You're limited as to what you can do.
You're limited as to what you can do.
Businessman too.
But there's very populated areas with rich in tourism that Americans are investing in, and booming, dude. Booming. Like, dude, how many güeros are starting tequila businesses and mezcal and what is that, dude? What is that to you, dude? Tequila is only produced in Mexico, dude. That's the equivalent of me as minerals, like that's their oil field, dude.
Yeah.
Is the tequila, the fucking mezcal, and now the lithium, like they keep it up, dude. I mean, it could be a huge boost, and I think I want Mexico to get it, dude.
To thrive, yeah.
Dude, if Mexicans had get the opportunity to make life in Mexico and stop coming here, dude, and have their own thing, dude, I'm all for it, dude. And you never know, dude. Maybe Americans will drift over there. I mean, what it means for America it is scary. I could see the hostility of America, why they're getting so upset, and Mexico potentially being such a great country, because not only as Mexico grows, dude, the U.S. goes down. So it is in Mexico's convenience. I mean, it is in America's convenience for Mexico to stay the way it is.
They don't want them to be to overpower.
Yeah,
US.
you don't want Mexico to be too powerful. The threat of that is, America needs to be the top, dude. Always. That's always been the case. Now, as an American, I can only say like thank you to my government for trying to be that, But as descendant of Mexicans, I'm like, fuck, dude. Like I want Mexico to grow too, but it's like we said earlier, everyone has a cross to bear. Like, do you want your own country to prosper, or do you want Mexico to prosper? It's a cross you're gonna have to carry because you're gonna deal with the repercussions.
Selfish, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're gonna deal with repercussions. Either one, with either one flourishing. There's only one spot in the limelight, so we'll see what the fuck happens, dude.
Oh man, it's scary situation, scary times we're living in.
Yeah, dude.
Think we're gonna end it here?
I think so, dude.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
I got a cotton mouth right now, dude. I'm like,
I'm glad we're back to doing it, dude, and we got a nice little recording in.
Yeah, we got more to come, dude.
Oh, hell yeah.
We need to get a hold of that nurse.
Oh, yeah, I will.
I got a lot of questions for that one.
Oh, dude, and I'm curious, like, because we're big on conspiracies and kind of questioning the whole thing.
Is it really conspiracies, though?
No, okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like, look at Russell. Have you been listening to Russell Brand at all, dude?
No, but I know he goes...
I know a lot of people don't like him because he's like, oh, look at me, I'm liberal, blah, blah,
because he's like the self-righteous type of person.
Yeah,
I think that's what it is.
But he is he's
trying to get a good word out. Yeah.
And he does.
Yeah.
He does research, man. He does research. Doesn't fuck around.
Yeah.
Well, this guy I just seen his last episode was with Tucker Carlson.
Uh-huh.
Oh, she got fired from Fox. Crazy shit, right?
Someone to get fired from Fox.
Well, he was the face of Fox.
Yeah.
I was like, no way they're gonna fire him. He's the face of Fox.
But he's rich, dude. He's gotta be.
I mean, I would look at. I think it's better that he's not with Fox because when he was with Fox, it just kind of gave him like he's like a Muppet of Fox. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he probably got sick of that.
He was making good money with Fox, dude.
Yeah,
and he was saying whatever the fuck he wanted. Obviously, he had some restriction.
And that's where he...
Well, that's where he got cut off. But I think the thing is that when there's a greater power than you, I mean, you got to read that book I told you, 40 Laws of Power.
I have it, yeah.
Or The Art of War.
Yeah.
Have you read it? Have you finished it or no?
I haven't finished it.
No? You lost excitement of it or what?
No, I just haven't sat down and read it.
There's some repetitiveness in it, but it comes with a great cause.
No, it has good meaning and good knowledge of.
For sure.
Yeah.
So okay, what it says in the book, it says, use someone else's hard work for your own glory, and if that person becomes a threat or it outshines you or anything, then you bury it. You know what I mean? I mean, can you tell what happened to that guy? Dude, he did all the work. How much money did Fox make off of that guy, dude? And he becomes too independent. His ideas become too much of a mark in society, dude, where people start following him like a lot. Well, Fox gotta, get rid of it. He's getting too much power.
They're like, this ain't your show to run. This is our show. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah. And I'm telling you, when I looked at it, and I'm telling you because of my own experience, I looked at him, I was like, dude, he's the face of Fox. He's Fox. You know what I mean? Foxy, But no, dude, they got rid of him. Yeah. So that just tells you, bro, when you get too much power, the powers that be, they're gonna let you know that you're getting too much power. And I think that's what happened.
And that's happened a lot ever since the COVID and social media. And
no, it's always happened, dude.
It's always happened, but it's more prevalent now.
Great example with Tesla.
Yeah.
Well, you read it in the book, but what we're saying with now, what like?
No, like I'm thinking it from like the comedians and stuff like that, like Dave Chappelle. He had to, kind of escape that stuff, and they call him a crackhead and all that. Like when he got away from Hollywood. Like
so, do you think that the network was like, all right, this guy's getting too much popularity?
They were trying to control what he was trying to put in his show.
But from what I've seen in Cat Williams, it's beyond that, dude. It's this guy was gonna make $500 million.
Yeah.
They're like, no, you made too much. We could only give you like 10%. Then they gonna get like $50 million.
Just like how they like the whole Chappelle Show thing when they had it on HBO without his permission.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or there was some weird shit like that
For
happened.
Real?
Yeah, where they were streaming it, without his fucking say, and they're making money off of that, obviously. And he finally got all his shit. He got all his shit back.
Yeah, you see, those are all tactics, dude.
Dude.
Made by the Machiavellian way, man. You use other people's work, and it's so sad, dude.
Dude,
it's
crazy.
it's so insane. And I'm telling you, watch out. They're gonna do that to you, dude. They've done it to me.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it's a natural sociopath, psychopath behavior, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of times, dude, those people are addicted to power. So that's why a lot of the times you have the biggest jerk off bosses, because typically it's people that are obsessed with power over somebody else. It's not even about success anymore to them, dude. It's about overpowering other people. That's just like a very like
It's like a drug, dude. Yeah.
it's a drug, but beyond that, dude, it's people that are sick. They're sick. It's not even about the money anymore. It's people are sick, and they get a thrill out of owning people, dude. I mean, initially that's what you are at work. You're a slave, dude. Yeah, you get paid, but you're literally, you don't have that much free will. You can't really, like, if I tell my boss like, hey, well, I want to do this and that, my boss like, fuck you, no, you ain't. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do it anyways. All right, well, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
There's no free will, dude. It's a job. You're getting paid, but ultimately you're taking orders. You're taking orders, dude. The only difference is you're getting paid, but there is some
Obey
sense
your
of slavery.
master, dude.
Yeah, for sure. There's some sense of slavery there, I think. You know what I mean?
That's why I like how you mentioned Cat Williams, because that guy owns all of his shit.
Well, también Immortal Technique.
He owns all of his shit.
Yeah, so they talk about that.
Prince owned all of his shit.
They're trying
too,
to
yeah.
teach, but yeah, the powers that be. I mean, you never know, man. People will be dropping dead or getting out of the spotlight. So there's some fishiness going on there.
But
For example, like this movie, The Sound of Freedom,
Mhm.
they did not want this movie out there. They did not want this movie out there. Forbes already ridiculed them.
But the people that made it had to go out on a limb, and you know what? I gotta trust in myself that we're gonna make it happen, even though we're not getting the backing of these powerful.
Dude, this shit,
Yeah.
this movie, it already outdid Indiana Jones, dude.
Yeah.
So fuck you, Indiana Jones. You're creating a film for the kids, and we're creating a film for the kids.
Yeah.
So who really made the movie for the kids? And you know what's weird, dude? I think Disney had bought the rights to this movie. Yeah, and they just sold the rights, but they kept the rights for like 5 years.
Just cause.
And you know, I gotta.
Just cause they can. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, it could have been anybody. Now I get it. Disney's the biggest media outlet,
Dude.
but ironically, you know, why hasn't Disney made like a child trafficking awareness or anything? It's weird, man. There's some weird shit going on, dude. Now I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but what I'm saying is that people should be stepping up to the plate. People should be alarming other people. People should be saying like, "Hey, dude, take care of your kids, guys." You know, there's this kid in Mariano's baseball league, my son's baseball league. I feel so bad for that kid, dude. His mom would drop him off in the park and stay in the car, and the kid would be on his own. I mean, dude, that kid is. I can tell you right now, I fear for his life. I told my wife, I was like, if we could, I would adopt him, because he's such a nice kid, and the mom doesn't take care of him, dude. Like, he was roaming around the playground the other day by himself. The mom was in the fucking parking lot. That's sick, dude. I mean,
Easily, some person can come and snatch.
And dude,
the kid.
where do you think these pedophiles are at, dude? Where do you think they're
Right
at?
there in plain sight, dude.
Check this out. These pedophiles, they're in church watching the choir kids. These pedophiles are at the playgrounds. They're at the baseball games. Like, I be looking around, dude. I'm like, there's some old dude by himself. I got my eye on you, motherfucker. You're dead meat if you get close to these kids, man. I swear to God. I'll fucking beat them to a pole. I'll go to jail, dude. I swear to
You
God.
kill him, yeah.
I would kill him. Like a kid being fucked with, man. I can't.
No, dude,
I can't do
that's-
that shit. I
And
can't
that's-
support that. No way.
Yeah, no.
I can't feel sympathy. I think you do that, there's no coming back, man.
I think people that have that instinct if some say like a pedophile or something has their child, and obviously you're a parent, you're gonna see red. Like you're there's gonna be nothing that's gonna stop you from literally killing this other person that's trying to abuse your child. There's gotta be some laws to be like,
dude, if I get pissed when a little kid fucks with my kid,
imagine an adult.
I tell my son, like, hey, punch him in the fucking face. Like an adult, dude. And, you know, I thank God for this movie, dude, because, you know, we've been talking to the kids, like, guys, stay away from strangers. Don't talk to strangers. A lot of the way they do it, too, is people will knock. They'll pretend to be, like, Mormons or you know, like Jehovah's Witness or whatever. A kid opens the door. Boom. Out. Dude. They're out in seconds, dude. I mean, you gotta watch the fuck out, dude. It's a cruel world. I was talking about this with my mom. Dude, don't you think that this shit is so big where it could be up in the Vatican, dude?
Oh, yeah.
It's in the churches. I mean, there's so many traces of...
That's why I don't believe in religion, technically, dude.
But like, do you think that the Catholic... Do you think that the Pope should have that much power?
No. That's what we had that discussion a long time ago, how I told my wife, like, I see the Pope as any human being.
They'll get pissed, right? Like, straight up Catholics. They're like, what?
They don't understand that. But for me, I'm like, nah, that guy's just as human as I am. Just because he's crowned the Pope doesn't mean that he's above me or that I have to see him as God.
Well,
fuck no.
Well, dude, I used to be obsessed with watching Antichrist videos on YouTube since I was fucking 10 or 12. Like, the end of the world, Nostradamus, we're talking about the Antichrist and, you know, all these prophecies. So the way they describe the Antichrist, dude. Okay, call me crazy.
Call me maybe.
Call me baby. Yeah, dude, it's the Pope, dude. I'm gonna give you some descriptions.
I got Slayer in my head. Trapped in a purgatory.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh no, I got a Jedi mind tricks. Oh, he's like stab the Pope with in his neck with a rosary. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, sadistic. But well, they're from Islam, so yeah. But they distrust the Vatican so much. I mean, only God knows why, right? And other people know why. But hear me out, dude. Well, you know about that Pope, right? That I think it was Pope John Paul II or something. Everyone thought he was like the holiest man ever in the world, right?
He's the most famous one, I feel like.
And they attempted an assassination on him, I think.
Yeah.
Why do you, dude?
Shot him, yeah.
Who knows what the fuck, you know, dude? That person was probably, you know, a fucking, you know, like a victim of sexual abuse in there. We don't fucking know, but this guy, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was him that this Pope got, he got accused of several rapes of children. And then, so what the Pope did was, he had so much attention, he put him in a fucking, in charge of where they take care of the patients and shit. Or was it like an orphanage with like blind and deaf kids? And after that, he got accused of more than 100 cases, dude. So after already being accused, the Pope put him in a place where they couldn't see or hear nothing.
Extremely defenseless, yeah.
Yeah.
Kids, yeah.
And he still went on to rape over 100 kids, dude. That, I mean, I think he's just as guilty or more.
The fact like that people like that were being covered up is bullshit, dude.
Yeah, it's not right.
It's not right at all.
And you're doing it all in pursuit of keeping your religion like all dandy and up there in the ranks. Come on, dude.
Just to save face, to try to be...
You're like, oh, no, yeah, we're very holy and shit. Like, fuck
that, dude. There's nothing holy in politics, dude.
Yeah, well, I feel like they've gone, you know, way too far into, you know, into people's lives, into the government. And I get it, separation of church and state, but I don't think that's the case, dude. I think that their interest in money is way too extreme. Their desire for like extravagance is way too extreme. Like, dude, I'm pretty sure it cost a lot of money to build those cathedrals the way they did, with that sort of architecture and, you know, the designs, the windows that they have with the artwork, and
it's beautiful.
It's
But,
beautiful. It's like straight up Italian architecture, dude. Like it looks like it came straight from Rome. You know what I'm saying? How much money did that cost, dude? What does the Bible say? The Bible says, and I'm not here quoting the Bible like a fucking expert, right? But when I would watch those videos and all that, and it would describe the Antichrist as someone that would identify almost with a godly vibe or godly aura, someone with God, someone that's playing God. I keep spitting. Someone that plays God. Dude, the Pope has people kiss his hand. They carry him in a fucking thing.
Yeah,
Like,
because I mean, just like the priests, there's like some sort of respect because they have like a deeper knowledge and understanding of, because that's what they studied, you know?
so then why don't they just share
Scripture.
that knowledge, dude?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be them to retain all that knowledge? That's not right, dude. I don't know. I don't think that like
I don't
you're
agree with the
limited to
whole.
one person knowing more than everybody else and holding all this knowledge and then taking it to your grave and only the cardinals get to know about it and like, no, dude, like everybody should fucking know about it. And I get it. They say go
It's
to
so
church, go to church.
hierarchical. Like it's very like.
Yeah, like only certain people get to hold this knowledge, so that makes you holy because you know more. But
But that's
that
how.
becomes more of a power trip and
That's
just
how
a
everything
quest for
works.
power.
So, like
You-
everything that we stand for, like work, politics, like everything has that ladder.
you
Like,
see, the thing is, though, with religion, with Christianity, it's not supposed to work that way.
it shouldn't. It's supposed to be like spirit, like you said.
We're all enlightened
you and
individuals.
God. Yeah, you and God.
Yeah, like he's like, hey, I found the way, the knowledge to be close to God, and
Share
now
it.
I'm gonna give it to you, and you're gonna give it to someone else, and we're all gonna be on the same page.
But I
you
think
know?
it gets lost. It gets lost in translation.
Well, dude, you gotta understand how many people are searching for salvation. That these people look at it like, hell yeah, they're ours. They're gonna be on that quest,
The
and
power. Yeah.
we're gonna lure them in with their pain and suffering, and we're gonna have them under our wing, dude. And you know, Jordan Peterson also had a priest, and he's saying that they're losing audience, dude. Churches are empty, dude.
Yeah.
They don't have anyone going to church
Oh,
anymore.
dude! Every time Easter comes around and stuff like that, and we're at church, and then that's the first thing the priest says, like, "Oh, it's like amazing, like it's full, but you guys need to start coming on any other Sunday where it's not just a holiday."
Why? Oh, sorry, sir. You're gonna lose some money. Sorry, dude. The Vatican, I'm sure, has more than enough money to keep this church running if they wanted to. Dude, I don't even think churches get taxed.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works,
No,
but
dude.
you can tell the churches that are putting their money to good use, and the churches that are not.
Yeah, I'm not saying everybody's bad.
Because like the church that we go to where we got married, honestly, it's humble church, nothing extravagant. There's no architecture, nothing. But they invest in their, what's it called, the more like the music and the what they're giving us, like the, I guess
The service.
the service. I don't
Yeah,
know, dude.
it's tricky, man. All I gotta say is that when I think of like the church, like the Vatican and all that, all I could think of is just corruption. Now, do I want to visit the Vatican? I do.
I do too. Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
It is a wonder. It's been around for years. Michelangelo painted on it, although it wasn't a great insult, but he painted on it. Like, there's so much history behind that.
Dude, I would love to visit. Yeah.
But, you know, is there a lot of corrupt shit going on right there? I think it is. I think that for all we know, dude, that could be a pedophile ring too, dude.
What if they want you to kiss the Pope's hand when you go?
Dude, he can kiss my ass.
You'll be in the news like, this guy refused to kiss the Pope's hand.
Hey, I'll kiss your hand, but you kiss my ass. No,
Yeah,
no,
that'd be
you know, I don't
stupid,
want to
dude.
be disrespectful because I know some people.
I wouldn't kiss his hand, dude.
No, me either,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, this is just my view.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I know I throw a lot of dirt at it only because, you know,
You're questioning it with reason, dude. Because there's
it's
been
because
so
there's
much.
pedophilia. How do you want me to? I can't feel sorry for your religion, bro. I can't feel sorry for your belief that this person is above everyone else.
No,
when-
you're a spiritual person. You believe in a higher power. That's all. That's
Yeah,
like,
but you know the thing
Yeah.
is, for me, it's like, okay, dude, how many cardinals rape? You know, my cousin was saying there's a documentary that talks about how many priests at nighttime go to gay clubs. And they go to like gay brothels. They don't even go to regular like female brothels. No, they go to gay gay brothels.
both are wrong.
Yeah, no, but what I'm
It's
saying is
prostitution, yeah.
what I'm saying is that they've been accused of pedophilia a lot, and a lot of times it's little boys, dude. I'm just saying, dude, like there's some sick perversion there, dude. Like I don't know, dude. It's just there's something going on there, man. I don't know how to explain it, dude, but
Yeah.
it's not right, dude. I think people are not designed to live the way that they make them live. You know, like abstinence, sexual abstinence forever. You can't even masturbate or nothing. I mean, dude, can you just
Alright.
imagine all that jizz filling them nuts, dude?
They
They're about
have
to
to.
explode,
They have
dude.
to, dude. There's
Yeah,
no way. Like,
No, but according to them, they don't. And then guess what? That dude, I mean, that pushes them to do all that kind of crazy shit. I think, you know.
yeah. It's a man's instinct to want to that release. You know, it's like a chemical.
Well, it's like we said before. How many people take advantage of a good movement? You know, imagine how many pedophiles the first thing in their head is like, I'm gonna be part of a church. Well, dude, I got right there the choir boys, man. You know, that's first thing they're thinking. And I was talking about my mom. I was like, why choir boys? Why little kids? You know, why is little kids such a focus? It becomes kind of scary. Is it okay on a market perspective? Okay, get kids to come to church, and then you make them be faithful to the church, and then they're future members of the church. Okay,
I could tell you like the church we go to. There's days where they have like the choir is just adults, and then there's the days where it's like they have all the kids there in the choir. Dude, when they're singing the songs like that, usually the adults are singing and the kids are singing at the same time, and they're like,
it's beautiful.
The choir, dude, it's like angelic almost, dude.
Okay, I understand that, but imagine in the eyes of a pedophile.
Oh, dude, that's terrible.
So they're like, yes, you know, that they're loving that shit, dude. That's what I'm trying to say. That like,
that's
I
scary
feel like
to think, dude.
it's beyond
sick fuck,
scary.
dude.
And don't you think for a second that there's not pedophiles that go to church, dude? They go to church, dude, and they know what they're going for. It's dude. They get a thrill of that shit, dude. I mean, if you would just see the movie, I'm telling you.
I'm gonna watch it.
Now I know it's just a depiction, but
It's gotta be like streamable, no?
no, not yet, dude.
Damn.
No, dude, just go to the theater, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking watch it Thursday, man. $5, man. Just go, dude. You know, no pauses, no nothing. You're gonna go there, watch the movie, full focus, and I mean, the movie it's a dramatization, bro. I can't glorify a dramatization as much. For me, I think if they would have made a documentary, it would have been better.
Where they're capturing.
And there's no offense to the actor. If they would have made a documentary and then presented it on theaters, dude, that could change the world. The way we do things, like more documentaries on serious issues can be brought on to TV and shit. You know.
No.
I think that would have been a little bit more impactful. Like, for example, the episode they had with Jordan Peterson, I think it was great, dude. I even told my wife, I said, dude, if you watch the interview with Jordan Peterson, I think it might even get you a little bit more hooked. It's more eye-opening. Like, he talks more in detail. He's talking about there's elites that really do this. I mean...